Covering the economy now with a look at what the housing boom left behind. 5 years ago, investors were turning apartments into condominiums in hopes of turning a quick profit. But what's happened to all those condo conversions? Now the market's gone sour. Brian Gardner shows us in this story produced with our partners at Scripps Treasure Coast newspapers.
Canadian Joe Camiso always wondered what it would be like to own a piece of paradise.
I've wanted to buy in Florida for the last 40 years. I'm 73 years old, and I guess it's time I did.
He couldn't have picked a better time. A realtor suggested he look at Stewart's Fairway Palms, apartments that converted to condos 4 years ago. Back then, the units were selling for about $169,000. Joe managed to buy one for rock bottom, $26,500, sight unseen.
Unseen. We just took a shot at it for $26,500, like... I don't know, you can't even buy a car for that.
Joe's good fortune shows just how far the condo conversion craze has fallen. Melissa Holzman of Scripps Treasure Coast newspapers spent the last 4 months researching the story.
We found in 2005, 14 complexes that used to be apartments were flipped to condominiums with the idea, of course, of flipping them pretty quick at the height of the housing market.
She says at the time, most of the buyers were out-of-town investors, many from Miami, buying property in bulk with easy access to credit, paying no money down. One investor told her, quote, "I think I was just overcome with greed, trying to flip a property and make a quick $20,000.
You know, once the first wave of owners came in and purchased these places, the values just started dropping. They took what is commonly referred to as a death dive with the crash of the market.
Owners stopped paying maintenance fees. Many walked away from mortgages. At Jensen Beach's Portofino, once the biggest real estate deal in Martin County's history, nearly a third of the units are now in foreclosure.
Walls were all kind of... writing on them, and they were dirty.
Joe says his place was trashed when he first found it, but he invested the time and money to clean it up. And unlike the investors who bailed out when they couldn't make a quick buck, Joe says he's looking long-term.
And however long I last, I'll enjoy it.
Melissa Holzman found in her investigation that this new wave of condo investors are having to pay cash for their properties because credit is so hard to come by, and that gives them a greater stake in making sure the properties are well maintained. To read her entire story, go to the Scene on 5 section of our website, WPTV.com, and also look out for the Sunday editions of Scripps Treasure Coast newspapers. Reporting live from the Stewart News, I'm Brian Garner, WPTV News Channel.